If you've ever followed a can't miss stock tip only to watch it tank, you know the sting. Moby Invest claims it can flip that script with data-driven picks and market insights, but is Moby Invest worth it or just another overhyped app? Well, I put it to the test, and here's what I found. Now, before I even trusted Moby Invest app with my own money, I did what I always do. I dug through Moby Investing app reviews because let's be real, like users rarely hold back about their own experiences. And when I say reviewers, I don't mean just like the 5-star fluff, right? I'm talking about the 1-star warnings, the kind that make you hesitate before clicking subscribe, right? You gotta read those. And one review stood out to me, and it was from an investor who said that he went for their stock picks, and then boom, 2 stocks dropped, one by 30% and another by 15%. Right? So if you had followed that and you had lost that, like that's the kind of thing that makes you pause, right? Like if you're here wondering, is Moby Invest worth it? Like that fear is probably already in the back of your head. What if I pay for the signals, follow them, and then just lose money even faster? But here's what I noticed. That particular review seems to be like a rare case, not necessarily a common theme among the reviews. Markets do move against even the best strategies sometimes, and no platform, Moby included, can guarantee every pick wins, right? If you've traded for more than a week, you know that's just reality. Now, on the flip side, many users had the exact opposite to say about the Moby Invest app. One longtime follower said that he's been with them since before they were even called Moby, and he called it the best application that he's ever used. He explained that their insights were not only precise, but fun to read, and that it saved him countless hours of research. He said that now, while he's taking a break from active investing, he still follows their Instagram stories just to stay in the loop. So, yeah, I mean, to me, that says something. People don't just stick around a brand that doesn't deliver for them in the long term. Another review I came across was from a user who said that Moby had been awesome for helping him through his investing journey. He compared it to other sites that he'd tried where the upsell was constant. He said that the Moby app was actually the opposite of that, and that there was no pushy schemes, just straight up insights that he could actually use. And then there was this subscriber who wrote that since joining Moby, he stopped relying on mainstream financial news altogether. Instead, he uses Moby's research to guide his decisions, and he's already seen noticeable improvement in his portfolio. So yeah, that's not something you see people casually write unless they've really felt it. So my takeaway is that the occasional negative review reminds us that investing carries risk, but the overwhelming sentiment really points to Moby Investing platform just being more helpful than harmful. But again, use your own judgment when investing. So after reading the reviews, I wanted to know for myself, what does this thing actually do, right? Because plenty of apps talk a big game, but once you log in, it can feel like the same recycled content. Well, after 53 days of using the Moby Invest app daily, here's what really stood out to me. So let's start out with what I think is Moby's biggest strength, their expert portfolio strategies. This isn't just a list of stock tickers, right? These are structured data-backed strategies designed for different risk levels. Think about it like if you're conservative, you can follow their safer, steady growth approach. If you've got higher risk appetites, there's strategies for that too, right? It felt less like just gambling on random tips and more like following a roadmap that was catered to people of different proclivities. And honestly, compared to Motley Fool's Stock Advisor, where you mostly get long reports about a stock or two, Moby breaks things down into why this stock matters right now and how it fits into your portfolio. So that speed and clarity saved me hours that I used to spend reading dense reports. But where Moby really surprised me was with their all-in-one research and toolset. So the app doesn't just throw stock picks at you. It's like having a team of Wall Street analysts in your pocket, and every morning I would check their analysis on like sectors and specific stocks, and they would give me like a whole analysis and a bunch of information. Like it's mostly short and punchy and actually digestible, but very concise, useful information. Unlike other competitors like Capital Numbers, which spreads itself across broad advisory and market coverage, Moby focuses really tightly on actionable trade ideas and portfolio building. They're not trying to cover everything under the sun. They're aiming at what you can use today. Another feature that really got me hooked to Moby Invest is the ultimate investing course offered by the platform itself. Now, I'll be honest, when I first saw like ultimate investing course, I kind of rolled my eyes. Like I've seen too many cookie cutters, beginner guides to that kind of thing. But like after going through it, it's actually legit. It's built for people who want to learn and like stop guessing and start making more confident decisions. Even as someone with years of trading behind me, I picked up useful frameworks on risk management and position sizing. Now, this is where I feel that they're outpacing competitors. They don't just give you like fish, they teach you to fish, right? If you've ever felt like investing was just guesswork and just following what other smarter people told you to do, like this part helps lock down the fundamentals so the stock picks actually make sense when you make them. But that's not all. The everyday toolkit inside Moby became part of my everyday routine. So watch lists, model portfolios, and alerts kept me on track. The alerts in particular, I can't tell you how many times that I was like away from my desk, I got pinged about a stock moving, and then I just made a quick adjustment on the spot. So that immediacy is what sets Moby apart from something like Motley Fool. So like by the time you read the reports, sometime the move has already happened. Moby is built for sometimes real-time reactions. And I've got to mention the app itself. Super clean, simple, and really fast. Like, I never felt lost in menus or buried under any jargon. When I wanted to scan my watch list, I checked for their latest market commentary or even set alerts. It was all pretty fluid. So for me, this made it one of the best investing apps that I've tested. And after 53 days, I noticed something. Moby wasn't like overwhelming me with information. Instead, it was cutting through the noise and just showing me what actually mattered to me. And when you're juggling work or family or just trying to keep your head above the water in this market, that kind of thing is priceless. So Moby Invest, is that like worth it? Well, my simple answer is yeah, but is Moby perfect? No, nothing is, right? Sometimes recommendations, come quickly, and you're the kind of investor who really likes to deeply research every single play. You might feel like you're drinking from a fire hose with all this information. So that said, I actually came to see this kind of information overload as kind of a strength. Like instead of endless theory, you're getting real actionable insights just a lot. So I had to adjust how I used this information, like setting aside a little time each day to review these alerts and managing them and deciding which ones fit my strategy and working through that. And once I did that, it turned from overwhelming into more efficient. So yeah, there is a learning curve and a process, but honestly, if you want an app that like spoon feeds you slowly, Moby probably isn't for you. If you're looking to actually sharpen your investing, the pace starts to feel like an edge, not a drawback. Now, let's talk about the part that everyone asks, right? And that is the pricing. So is Moby Invest worth it when you factor in the subscription cost? Well, here's how I see it. Moby is not free, but for what it offers, I found it pretty reasonably priced. Like if you're a casual investor who barely checks the market, you might think it's a bit high. But if you're serious about growing your portfolio and saving time, the value outweighs the cost pretty quickly. For me, it replaced hours of shifting through articles and trying to piece things together that, doing that just alone really justified it by itself. And they do run promos and discounts from time to time, so check the link in the description for their current pricing plan and any available promo. So after 53 days of using Moby Invest app, here's my honest take. Is the Moby Invest app worth it? Well, yeah, it is. It has clear strategies, real-time insights, and tools that I actually used daily. Like, it's not perfect, but it really gave me more confidence, and it saved me time, which made it worth every dollar. So check the link in the description of this video to get started with our special discount and coupon.